Imagine you're about to take a walk. But this isn't any ordinary walk. This is a walk across a 12-foot bed of 2,000-degree white-hot burning embers. And you're physically prepared for this walk. You've taken off your shoes and socks and rolled up your pant legs, and you're waiting your turn in line. And finally, it's your turn. And as you're standing there, feeling the heat emanating off the coals, thoughts start to go through your mind. Why am I doing this? What happens if I freak out halfway across? Does toenail polish burn? And then you walk. And at the end of that walk, you celebrate like crazy because you have just done something extraordinary, something that very few people on the planet ever get to experience. And I share this with you because on October 20th, 2009, I took a fire walk. Actually, it was my second fire walk because I feel the need to walk across hot coals every 20 years or so, whether I need to or not. And that's really not what I'm here today to share with you. I'm not here today to share with you the fear that was very real, even the second time around. It's hot. Or the joyous celebration that followed. What I want to share with you is what happened after the fire walk that has changed my life and has made all the difference. Because you know how when you go to a seminar or workshop and you know that this is going to be the one? It's going to be the one that's going to make all the difference. And on Monday, you are just in it. You are putting all these practices and principles that you learned over this fabulous weekend into play. And Tuesday, you realize that your friends and family aren't necessarily impressed with your newfound enthusiasm. And Wednesday, your spirits are a little dampened, but you're still doing okay. Thursday, not so much. And of course, by Friday, you're slouched in front of the TV watching reruns of Dancing with the Stars along with everyone else. Have we been there, done that before? Maybe not the Dancing with the Stars thing? Well, I didn't want that to happen to me again. I wanted to be able to access that energy and have access to it whenever I wanted. So myself, along with the 3 people that I went to the seminar with, decided that we were going to open up a Facebook thread, an email thread, and every day we would write down some daily reflections of what happened at the seminar, people that we met, experiences that we had, and then we would write down 3 to 5 things that we were grateful for. And as we got further and further away from the seminar, the daily reflections ceased, but the gratitude continued because it had become a habit. And things started to change. I'm in sales full-time, and customers that I hadn't talked to for months started calling me and wanting me to come in and show them products. There was actually 2 deals that I had been working on for 5 years that happened almost effortlessly. They closed. My husband, Scott, started showing me more outward signs of gratitude and appreciation. And it wasn't because I was keeping the house any cleaner. See, he's sitting over there agreeing. Oh, yeah, please. Everything had started to change, and yet the only thing that I had changed in my life was that daily practice of gratitude. So I was thinking there really has to be something with this. And being in medical sales, I'm used to having to document everything that I say. So is there any research behind this? And I actually came across a book called Thanks by Dr. Robert Emmons, who conducted a gratitude study. And that he took a random group of people and he divided them into 3 groups. He had the first group, every day they wrote down the things they were grateful for. The second group wrote down all the hassles and the things that bugged them. And the third group was the control group. They basically just recorded the day's happenings. And they had done a pretty extensive journaling process before this. You know, he wanted to find out how happy people were, how well they slept, how sick or physically active or whatever beforehand, so he could kind of figure out the foundation. Were they starting off chronically happy? Were they starting off chronically miserable? Okay, just being able to put that in that foundation. And after 10 weeks, he looked at the gratitude group and found out things like they were 25% happier. They had less physical ailments. They actually worked out an hour and a half more per week. They slept better. They were awake less time before they went to sleep, and they woke up more refreshed. So the moral for that story is count your blessings, not sheep. But the interesting thing that happened after that is he took it to the people that were associated with the gratitude group, and he interviewed them to see if there had been any changes. And they found out that they were nicer to be around. They were more emotionally supportive. They had noticed a difference versus either of the other two groups. And I kind of conducted my own experiment, which didn't start out to be that way, because I posted a question on LinkedIn. And the question was, how do you incorporate gratitude and appreciation into your business? That's a pretty innocent question, right? You think that you get the normal response from people, and I really wanted to see what they thought. The very first response I got was from a woman, and she said, you don't need to incorporate gratitude and appreciation in your business because they're going to take advantage of you anyway. Wow. I emailed her back and I said, I'm really sorry that you feel like that. And she said, that's okay, I've learned my lesson and I'm moving on. You might think that this is rather silly, but I would like to offer you a 30-day challenge. I would like you, for the next 30 days, to write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for every day. And as an extra challenge that I actually stole from Dana, don't repeat. And let me know how it goes. And she emailed me back, she says, thanks for being so positive, that's really good, well, I'll talk to you later. And her and I have actually become friends. We correspond on a pretty regular basis. And at the end of about that 30 days, I emailed her to see how things were going. She said, it's the oddest thing. I didn't notice a whole lot of difference, but I went on vacation and other people did. It works, even if you don't think it's going to work. So I'm going to share with you a couple of the strategies to use today, starting today, to start to incorporate that power into your life. And the first thing really is the gratitude journal. The daily writing down 3 to 5 things every day that you're grateful for. Does anyone in here keep a gratitude journal? See, I knew you guys. Okay, you know what? I'd like to just share with a couple people, share how long you've been doing it. If you've noticed any difference, just anything about that. Yes? Oh, there you go.
Well, I have to say, I do keep one, but I don't keep it religiously. And what I can tell you, with every day I'm away from it, the challenges get greater. And how quickly, there's not really too many challenges when you do it. And it is literally like magic.
Thank you. I have found the exact same thing.
I used to keep it religiously, and I stopped. And I started probably about 3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, a very difficult person in my life, my boss, has become a lot more agreeable and a lot easier to work with. So a lot of miracles are popping back up.
One more.
When I first learned about this, I put up a sign on the mirror in my bathroom, and it says, I am open, receptive, and grateful for miracles in my life right now. And I look at it every single day, and I start off the day with gratitude. It's made a huge difference.
Yeah, it does. And we all want to live in gratitude, and we try to do that thinking about it during the day, but it truly is, excuse me, the physical act of writing it down, because you're incorporating so many more senses. You're feeling the pen in your hand. You're seeing the words on the paper. You're hearing the words as you're writing them down. And you're experiencing that feeling of gratitude and emotion. And you don't need a fancy schmancy gratitude journal. It can be a notebook. It can be a piece of paper. Heck, it can be a piece of toilet paper if that's the only time that you have any time to yourself. It's the physical act of writing it down, because it really does make all the difference.